We've come out of the Andes and are following the Urubamba River into the hot and humid rainforest of the Amazon basin. There is no other way through the forest except by boat, and we have nearly a week of river travel ahead of us. Our guide, Barry Walker, can barely take the binoculars from his eyes. If you're a bird spotter like Barry, then Peru with 2,000 species is a land of opportunity. But the forest is attracting attention for more than its natural beauty, as I'm soon to find out.
So here we are on the Camisea, Michael. This is the Camisea River. And see over here, here's one of the old oil exploration centres. Abandoned now, of course, but...
First sort of piece of modern equipment I've seen on this stretch of the river for a long while.
Looks like a painted palm tree.
Yeah, badly painted palm tree. What is the significance of that then? Was the drilling abandoned here?
Well, they've done the exploration. They've got some capped wells in here. So for the last few years, everything's been abandoned around here, but very soon the crews are going to come in and actually start getting the gas out.
Has the exploration damaged the environment much yet, or is that going to happen in the future?
We'll find out. Just around the corner here, there's a settlement, which I think we'll call in at, and that'll give us a real idea of how much influence the exploration people have had. I'm sure that when they start getting it out, it remains to be seen whether it'll be negative or not.
We pull in at a Machigenga Indian village. There is a definite protocol for visiting. We must first find the head man and ask his permission. The village is being swept for the feast of St. John the Baptist. Missionaries must have come through here as well as oilmen.
Has he encountered many foreigners like this, just coming out of the blue up the river?
Well, no, he's quite surprised to see us, and initially I think he thought we were the advance party of the petrol people who were donated when they left these sheets of corrugated iron. He was saying that it's much better using that than it is making the thatch. When you see the old thatch building here, and it's a lot of work to put it together.
Yeah.
The headman has another role today as referee in an inter-village soccer match. The whole of South America is mad about football, and the Amazon jungle is no exception. The match is one of the feast day attractions.
Oh, nice try. A man with no boots on.
The football boots seem rather unevenly distributed, but it makes for some interesting tackles. In the next match between the local women, there's not a football boot to be seen, and the game's a lot more exciting. Children here grow up hoping that one day they'll be as good as their mothers. Half-time refreshment is a bowl of masato, a festive tipple made from the fermented juice of the yucca plant. It's a bit like giving Manchester United martinis. I decide a drugs test is in order.
Yeah, and how's it made? They to ferment it and...
Well, it depends.
I'm
not quite sure how they're making it here, but in many communities, it's the job of the women to chew it and spit it into a pot, and the enzymes from their saliva starts the fermentation process. But in more contacted places where they have access to sugar, they prefer to use sugar these days.
Do they have sugar here?
I'm not sure.
Doesn't look like it. Well, here's I'm game for anything. You are, Nigel? This looks lovely, doesn't it? Hint of dry, sort of slight raspberry-ish
It's sort of like
Taste.
mildly alcoholic raspberry yogurt or something.
I think that's sort of 96 saliva there.
At the festive meal, the families gather round, grace is spoken, and they tuck into the day's delicacy, tapir meat wrapped in banana leaves. The presence of plastic bowls, containers and T-shirts show the village is modernising. The old ways are looking increasingly out of place. It's time for us to leave the party, get back to the river and find a camp for the night. The morning dip looks idyllic, but could be dangerous. If you pee in the river, there's apparently a small fish with barbed teeth which latches onto the urine stream and swims up your penis. Give me a piranha any day. The tropical rainforest is one of the richest natural environments in the world. But as I find out, it doesn't take kindly to intruders.
Got the machete. You want the traditional machete?
I don't think so. I think we can get through. It's just over to where the trail widens out down here.
People still use machetes, or is it just in movies?
People do when they're cutting trail, but when you're in known territory, they're not really necessary, although it might be on this little bit here. Lend it me a second.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Blimey. Knock myself out.
Here we go. The trail widens here.
Ah, right. Here we go.
Barry is a man with a purpose. He's here to find rare and exotic birds. I think I'm a bit of an embarrassment.
Looks like,
I've made a
what?
mistake of, well, I just rested my hand on a tree and there must be an ant trail going up, so 4 or 5 of the little... More like it.
Yeah, this is good primary forest here. This is very good indeed.
What can you hear? What's that one we can hear?
Oh, that's the that's a plain-winged ant shrike. That lives in the subcanopy. It's quite vocal at dawn and dusk.
Yeah.
White-browed antbirds.
There's a few other callers, but they're not.
I think we should
we go on?
try further down the trail.
And don't touch any trees.
Right, let's see if we can get through here.
The trouble with such a rich and fertile environment is that you can't actually see anything. The birds, I presume, have the same problem. They stay way above us where they can fly around without banging into trees all the time. After a while, one day becomes much like any other. The forest seems endless. The climate it generates hot and uncomfortable. It's 6 days before we reach a settlement.
Is this it?
This is it. Sir Power.
Sir Power. Civilization.
Civilization. Lots of boats.
Not sure about it.
I bet you can get beer here.
Cold beer, maybe.
Maybe there's a fridge, yeah.
90-degree beers we've been drinking.
The biggest place we've seen for a while.
Yeah. A hotel, or are we under canvas again?
Under canvas, I think.
Sepawa fits the description by the Amazon explorer Colonel Fawcett of somewhere that looks a dump on the way in and a metropolis on the way out. It's a place of convivial and infectious idleness. But it does have an airstrip, and there are no queues at the terminal. A Russian-built cargo plane puts down here every now and then with military and civilian supplies for this jungle outpost. It could be our way out. As refueling begins, we look around for an airline official to talk to. Barry finds the co-pilot, who bears a passing resemblance to a certain film star. He seems to have a grip on things. He promises to squeeze everyone in so long as we don't mind sitting on the cargo. After a week on the river, we'll sit on anything.
That's it.
Time to go. Thanks ever so much.
Yes, I'll see
Great
you.
times, memorable days from Cusco onwards. And you're in London. Come to my local.
Yeah, what's the local club on Have a great trip.
Almost as good as the cross key.
Have a great trip. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, all the best.
We fly north over a vast, largely unbroken swathe of forest. It's a 600-mile journey that would have taken 10 days by boat. Our destination is Iquitos, capital of the Peruvian jungle. By now, the Urubamba has become the Amazon. It's the dry season, and the world's greatest river is low, scarcely reaching the bank on which the city's built. For a place entirely surrounded by jungle and with no road communication with the rest of Peru, Iquitos is surprisingly stylish. It owes most of its faded charm to the rubber boom of the 1880s. The new houses of the rubber barons showed old-world taste. Iquitos is two towns in one. The Europeans live up on the hill and the Indians down by the river in a shanty town called Palin, short for Bethlehem.
Peru is the great street vending city in the world.
Definitely. You know, we have a good market here, you know.
And when that's rather
Well,
nice,
this is a bandstand that was brought from France in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
My companion, Jorge, comes from uptown Iquitos, but clearly loves the bustle of Belén. It doesn't always look like this.
When it floods, how much of this is sort of going to be underwater? Where we're walking now?
Somewhere like about 2
Above our
meters,
heads?
yeah, about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the big boats like the colectivos also come
They come, so this
directly
becomes a canal.
over to the plaza. Huh?
Yeah.
This is what we call the Peruvian Venice.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's
You
get
see
a
the
gondola.
canoes here and there, you know, all the time.
Plenty of things for sale here, and the shops are, all stalls are full. What about the services here? I mean, does the town provide sanitation or electricity or?
Oh yes,
What?
the city provides electricity, as you can see here, the wiring.
Yeah.
They also have potable water, but there is no sewage systems here yet.
No.
Everything is just right down onto the floor.
Yeah.
As you can see on the other side too, you see all those little houses there.
Yeah, there's a lot of rubbish just standing. It must be bad for disease. I suppose.
Oh, we have here a very high percent of infant mortality, you know, somewhere like anywhere like 18 to 20% infant mortality in the first 5 years, caused mostly by parasites.
This is one of the ways they make the conditions tolerable. A do-it-yourself distillery makes aguardiente, sugarcane spirit. The city council wants to move people out of here, but the locals refuse to go. They like their shops and their market, and I have to admit, there are things here you'd never find in Safeways.
This is
When
the river lowers, you find
yeah.
see catfishes here,
Yeah.
piranhas, the vicious piranhas here.
That's
Look.
a piranha.
Yeah, look at the teeth. These teeth here are sharp as a razor blade. The Indians in the Amazon, they use the jaws of the piranha fish for sharpening their darts, you know, to shoot the animals with a blowgun.
A lady called Julia is a one-woman cigarette factory.
Yeah, she rolls about 3,000 pieces of this tobacco here.
3,000 pieces
Yes,
a day?
A day.
A day?
Yeah, and each roll has 100 pieces.
Yeah.
And it costs about 4 soles.
Wonderful tobacco
Yeah.
box. Can you buy these elsewhere in the city, or do you have to come here?
No, you have to come here also
Right.
to the other place in the market. You know, you can
These are
buy
very special.
units, you know.
Yeah. They're
This
strong?
is very strong. You want to try?
I don't smoke. I'll probably blow my head off one of these.
Well, you can try. You can try. You'll like it, you know. No, they're light. You got to smoke a little. Yeah. The future shaman of the Amazon.
God, it's just, oh, wow, it's very, very strong, very
It's
bitter.
like- The closest comparison would be with the gitans from France.
Bless you all. You have to walk quite a way in the dry season to get to find the river.
Man,
Yeah.
it's almost about a kilometer and a half
Is it?
before we
Down
get
that
here.
street, yeah.
This is the tributary of the Amazon called
Yeah.
Icaya.
Yeah.
Now it's very low, but yet it gets much lower too.
It gets lower than this.
Yes, but
Yeah.
this is one of the main entrances to the city.
River transport remains basic. Goods are carried on backs and passengers squeeze on and off public ferries called colectivos. Though you can splash out on a water taxi. The rise and fall of the river each season does not encourage an air of permanence. 10 years ago, Frenchman Didier Lacasse came to the rainforest to research the healing properties of jungle plants. He stayed, set up a medicinal garden, and has become a shaman, a traditional healer.
A leaf from this bush here.
Yeah.
It's,
He uses the leaves of many plants, but the most effective of all his potions is the root of the ayahuasca, which is pounded into a paste. It's then boiled up into a powerful brew.
Is it important for the healing that there is a hallucinogenic experience?
Yes, it's very important. It gives a vision. It helps you to see, and when you see, and you have the power to heal. Basically, the seeing is a basis for healing.
Didier's herbal surgery has many elements of religious ritual. He's the high priest. The ayahuasca is the sacrament. Despite the intensity of the experience, Didier has allowed us to film what goes on. Now he's drunk the ayahuasca, I ask him how long he'll feel able to answer my questions.
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
You will be hallucinating, so presumably you will be seeing things that we can't see.
Yes.
But can you control that? You have them in their place, and you're aware of the situation here at the same time.
There is a certain amount of control. Obviously, it's the skill of the shaman to be able to control this flow of energy, of hallucination that would turn someone else crazy, probably, you know. So we learn how to control that craziness, if you can say.
Didier's style may be unfamiliar, but the powerful properties of the plants he's using are not in dispute. The rainforest is alive with drug companies looking for the secrets. But Didier prefers to treat and cure local people. Eventually, it's time for each patient to come forward for a consultation. The consultation is like a séance. in which the shaman uses his newfound insight to sense what is wrong with the person before him. Then he asks for me to come forward. The chanting sets up a pleasant aura of spiritual relaxation. I feel comfortably out of place, as an Amazon Indian might at choral evensong.
This is a song that you can carry with you along your many journeys that you will be taking. So it's for good luck, it's for...
Didier administers a blessing, wishing me good luck on my journey and the hope that when I meet people, they will always be good friends. This seems the right note on which to leave. The El Arca, a British-built riverboat, first sailed the Amazon in 1882. Today, she's taking us out of Iquitos. She makes a weekly trip downriver and will drop us off at the Colombian border, now only 300 miles away. It's hot, it's cramped, but a childhood dream has come true. I'm on the Amazon. The people from a local village come out to meet us. One of them carries something I've rarely seen in the Amazon, a wild animal.
What is this, Victor?
This is an ocelot.
An ocelot?
Yeah. They don't grow too big, just this size, like this.
Yeah.
This is like 2 or 3 months old.
Yeah. Can I hold him?
Wait, dale, Palin.
Oh, yes. There we are. That's a first, isn't it? Poor thing, just very, very sleepy, aren't you? Oh, yes, I know what the feeling.
Yeah, these species
wanna
are in
sleep.
danger now.
Hmm? Yeah,
So they are always chasing away because people are killing them.
yeah,
So they are always hiding.
yeah.
You know, people from Iquitos are coming down here looking for this skin, so they pay cheap.
So they're hard to find now. I mean,
Really, if you want to find, you have to go way into the jungle, walk hours, days
look.
to get them.
Oh, yes. Oh. What do you think happened to its parents?
I think they already killed its parents.
Yeah. What do you think will happen?
You must
What's
sell
to sell it?
$200.
$100. I want an ocelot. I can't take it. I've got to go to Alaska. Die of cold there, won't you?
Near the village is a lagoon which seems as close to a Garden of Eden as you're likely to get. Everything from giant lily pads to giant spiders seems to flourish here in extraordinary profusion. And for once, you can actually see the birds. I'd like the Amazon to stay like this, just as I'd imagined it. But it's changing. Deforestation has reduced rainfall here by 120% in a generation. And if there's oil and gas to be found, more trees will have to go. The unceasing heat of the days and the hothouse stickiness of the nights saps the energy. Before the river lulls us into total lethargy, it's time to move on.
Well, after 3 weeks on the Peruvian river system, we've now reached a crossroads. We have the Amazon here has brought us to Peru on this side, Brazil over there, and Colombia over there. We can't really carry on with the Amazon. It goes on 2,000 miles into the Atlantic. So we're going to head north through Colombia and back up towards the Pacific, wherever that is.
There are only two ways out of the Colombian frontier town of Leticia, by river or by air. A river journey back to the Andes will take at least 2 weeks. A flight will take 2 hours. We board a plane to take us across the equator to Bogota. We could be said to have swapped one jungle for another. Colombia's capital is the biggest city we've seen since Sydney. It has a reputation for being one of the most violent places on Earth. To try and find out why, I go to see Tim Ross, a British journalist living and working here.
This is Herman, the driver who regularly takes us.
How do you do?
This is the car we always use for the streets. It's the most unobtrusive.
I'm told you do a great city tour.
Well, the city is great. I think it's fun, but it's not a city exactly with tourism. That has ended here because of the problems and dangers. A city with one of the world's highest per capita homicide rates, like 100 murders per 100,000 population here, like 50 times the British murder rate.
So it is not exaggerated.
It's not exaggerated. This really is a dangerous city. Yeah. Not just for murder and obvious major violence, but the petty things, the pickpocket, the snatch artist, the man who grabs a wristwatch, grabs your glasses off your face. I mean, some people try to grab them off you anything they can sell for drugs, particularly. It's a city with a major drug problem, and that's what's crippling it.
You've worked here a long time. You know the streets.
Oh, yes. Herman's worked with me for a long time. I work the streets particularly, usually on foot when it's a matter of filming. Then we take fine old Dodge Dart, which takes us out there unobtrusively. It's big enough for cameras. It's great.
The troubled streets to which Tim takes us are only 6 blocks from the presidential palace in the heart of downtown Bogota. His advice to us generally is to stay in the car, but this corner, he says, is safe enough. Tim is well known around here. He's reported on these streets for 20 years.
The death squads work this area consistently. They come around at night killing people. Now, this next street ahead here, they've actually put posters up.
But who are the death squads? Who do they compose, and what justice are they dealing out?
I mean, justice, bullets in the head. It's shopkeepers, off-duty policemen, private security guards, sometimes simply people who've been mugged and are fed up with it, go back with a gun and kill street people.
So particularly vigilante squads.
Yeah.
And do they kill people?
They do.
What sort of rate?
Sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 cases a week. 2 or 3 people a night killed.
Armed police patrol neighbourhoods reduced by the drug trade to war zones. Tim knows many of the casualties.
Puñalada. It was a knife stab. Right? Knife stab there, so they had to open it up to stitch him up inside.
Wow.
Fue profundo y fuerte. No? It touched the heart.
Yeah. Who did that and why?
¿Quién lo hizo? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó? Up on 7th Main Street, just to rob him. And he's a street person and a drug abuser. I mean, mire ese boleto. There's the stains of drug use, marijuana and bazuco, that bright orange.
You're lucky to survive that.
Tiene mucha suerte sobrevivir, ¿no? ¿De cuántas veces se han dado chuzo? Look at the scars. And that's typical of the transvestite male prostitutes, the self-mutilation. See, he has AIDS. He has AIDS. He has to go back to the foundation which deals with AIDS patients here.
Accept that? Will he do?
Yes. He wants to persuade his friend. The trouble is to persuade the friend to come in with him. So he doesn't want to leave him. These two boys. Okay, cuídate much. We've got a small bill we could...
I've only got a small bill, that's all I have. Okay.
Para el almuerzo.
Cheers, brother.
Listo, chinazo. Vete a la fundación. Vení. Nos vemos ahí. ¿Listo?
Listo, pues. Allá nos vemos. Bye, bye.
Bye. Back in the car, we head for the most notorious street of all, Calle Cartouche, Bullet Street.
This is the area where they start recycling. You see all the recyclers here, grubby and grime-encrusted people all over these streets. It's one of the main activities is consuming drugs and obtaining the money with which to consume drugs. That is what their lives revolve around. It's the syndrome of getting high, coming down, finding a way to get high all over again. Around the clock, they sleep for only the time necessary to recover enough to get on with another day of obtaining scrap and garbage, selling it, getting their drugs.
So, I mean, the sort of people you're seeing around,
See over there, this guy smoking there, right there in the cap.
Yeah.
And the people sitting next to him, they're all bazooka addicts. Keep, siga. Left-hand side here is stronger, but we can't really... You'll see that if you can shoot across Herman's shoulder, you'll see these people there. Siga, no pares, Herman, no pares. Siga suave. Sí, hombre, gracias.
Okay.
Man on the left just warning us, be careful around there, they'll rob you blind, they'll rob you of everything.
If they see someone like this going through, they see it as a target, something to rob or possibility of making a bit
Yes,
of
they were
money
already
from?
yelling insults at us, they saw stuff. Now they're throwing rocks.
Oops.
Now they've already started getting hostile, which is normal. They assume we're either death squad or police or something. Stabbings are frequent. They use broken bottles on each other's faces. A squabble can start for nothing. A squabble over 50 cents worth of marijuana.
Why is it so particularly bad in Colombia?
It's a producing country. They produce drugs here. Wherever you get drug production, you get drug consumption. Now, the United States is always blamed, the United States and Europe are blamed for the drug trafficking problem because of the demand there. What the Colombian government ignores generally or tries to downplay is the desperate level of substance abuse, drugs and alcohol. We've got 1 million alcoholics in a country of 36 million population. You've got an estimated 900,000 solvent abusers. That means sniffing gasoline, sniffing petrol, sniffing glue, all these legal things.
Yes.
That's a vast problem. Bazooka, cocaine base, nobody's done any proper survey work.
The desolation is matched by political inertia. There is money, but those who have it are not prepared to share. Tim, I'm off to, or I've been recommended a rather sort of eccentric restaurant called Margarita del Ocho. Do you want to come along?
No, I'm not going there, I'm afraid. That's owned by the Ochoa family, who are renowned for their involvement in the Medellin cartel, drug traffickers, and I was warned against them some while ago when there was an attempt to kill me for another documentary I had done.
I'm sorry, I was only going to buy you lunch.
Thanks, but that's somewhere where...
It's a serious...
Serious
drug connections there.
Serious drug connection. One member of that family. It's run by old Fabio Ochoa, the fat man as he's known. One of his sons just got out of prison after doing a 5.5-year sentence to the great distaste of the United States, where he would have done like a double life sentence. He's known as one of the biggest drug traffickers in the world.
The sign says restaurant, but once inside, Don Fabio's priorities are clearly elsewhere. It's easier to get a horse than a waiter. The Spanish legacy seems to have created an obsession with horses. There are 700 on the premises. Children learn to ride before they can walk. Don Fabio's daughter sets an example. Then comes the moment I'm not sure I've been waiting for.
Gracias.
Don Fabio has granted us a rare interview. I keep the questions friendly, partly for my own safety, and partly because I'm overawed. As would anyone be interviewing Marlon Brando for the first time.
Simboliza una tradición de 100 años de la familia Ochoa.
The place, he says, symbolizes a tradition, 100 years of tradition for the Ochoa family. From it have come some of the finest horses in the world. I ask him if a demonstration of horsemanship is on the cards. He seems delighted to be asked, though it throws his bodyguards into something of a spin. They appear from all sides and rush to help him up, at least 2 to each limb.
Bueno, empujen. Van a pasar al otro lado. Bueno, quiten a está allá.
The raising of Don Fabio is not an elegant sight, but once he's in the saddle, he's a changed man.
Quiero comprarle a la vida 5 centavitos de felicidad. Quiero tener yo mi vida.
Lucky diners can sit back and watch the Paso Fino, performed by a magnificently trained horse, whilst enjoying bits of other animals that were not so fortunate. This is a family business run by the family. Don Fabio's new wife flashes the sweet smile of success. They're opening similar establishments up and down the country. It's clearly big business, and it's legitimate. It's not recommended to drive through the mountains west of Bogotá. There are currently believed to be a dozen armed guerrilla groups operating there, each seeking to control its own area of influence. One of the bitterest battles was fought for control of this mountain, Cosquez. 3,500 people lost their lives in the fighting. But then the stakes were high. This is the Colombian Wild West, the largest, richest, most dangerous emerald mine in the world. Cosquez Mountain is being slowly and painstakingly ripped apart in the search for emeralds. They call this black land, and a lot of hard work goes into finding very little. We're here at exactly the right moment. Unlike diamonds, which have to be fashioned, an emerald comes out of the ground bright green and fully formed.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Bueno.
This, I'm told, is a good piece worth around $10,000. Down at the bottom of the mountain, beyond the company fences, a stream runs out of the mine. This is where the guaqueros, the scavengers, are allowed to sift through the crumbs from the rich man's table. "6,000 people live on the mountain. Only a third of them work for the mining company. In conditions of almost intolerable heat and discomfort, men, women, and even children scour the black silt for a glimpse of something that might change their lives. Crowds cluster around the head of the stream like rescuers at the scene of a disaster. The guaqueros search largely in vain, but always in hope. Surprisingly, I see no fights or arguments amongst them. Though these people may be desperately poor, they help each other out. Or maybe it just came on a good day. At the top of the mountain, the Guaqueros have their own shanty community, with shops, bars, kitchens, cafes, brothels and banks. It's up here that the most important part of the whole process takes place, the buying and selling. Hundreds of emerald dealers in four-wheel drives grind up the mountain each morning. Those who've struck lucky bargain with the hard men from Bogota.
Experts. Trying to find out what to look for. It's just it's a good one. Es bueno? Is muito bueno?
Serious money is changing hands here. It's worth remembering that 50% of all the emeralds bought from scavengers on this remote mountaintop will be sold abroad as the last word in luxury.
It's especial. It's the luz, the color. Yeah. Right. Es bueno. Más verde es más bueno.
I feel the pressure building up. Now they're asking me to put my money where my mouth is.
$1,000. $10,000. ¿Mil? $10,000. $10,000. $10,000. American Express?
Yo no le entiendo.
American Express. I think it means that won't do nicely.
Not all Colombia is a battle zone. The guerrillas and drug barons don't seem so interested in what Colombians call the zona cafetera, coffee country. I hitch a ride in one of the American Army jeeps they call Willies. They use them to carry coffee beans from the plantations down to the markets, and occasionally to help travellers down from the mountains to the sea. The coffee country around Armenia lies about 3,000 feet above sea level. It's lower and warmer than Bogota, but positively chilly compared to the thick tropical heat of our next destination, Cartagena. Cartagena de Indias is one of the best preserved colonial cities on the continent. The Spanish treasure fleets used to load up here on their way to Europe. These mighty walls were built to protect their cargo. Cathedrals and churches were built to give thanks to the Almighty for being on Spain's side. With wealth came a desire to run their own affairs, and the first South American state, independent of Spain, was set up here by Simón Bolívar, the liberator, in 1811. Protected by its great sea walls, the houses of the old town haven't changed much in 300 years. It's quite a shock to find that it's like this because of neglect, because the developers could make more money out of building a new town nearby than out of messing about with the old. Much of the hard work of preservation has been done by enlightened individuals.
House like when you got it, was it like this? Or you done
Jackie Basile is from an old Cartagena family. She and her husband decided to eschew the comforts of a modern apartment and move back into the heart of the city.
It's beautiful. You had to sort of start from scratch, did you?
Yes, you have to, you buy the facade,
Yeah.
and then inside it's an old crumbling house, and you have to start from scratch.
Why do you think they remained? I mean, most cities have changed a lot and modern buildings have gone up. Did somebody deliberately stop Cartagena from changing?
No, I think it was just we were lucky that the mayors and all the governmental people just didn't think about the old city. They wanted new places to be developed. So they saw this city like a church, like an old thing to be left there. And then about 30 years ago only, the city started to be looked at. Nobody had looked at it before.
As someone who's just passing through here for a few days, what would you recommend for me to do to get the sort of the feel of Cartagena?
Well, to start warming up, maybe a Chiva tour.
Chiva tour, what's that?
Which is a typical bus that we have in all Colombia. They run from south to the north, and here they've become a place with music, drinks, where people from all over meet.
So it'd be probably quite a good thing for inhibited Englishmen.
No, for everyone. Colombians get together, and afterwards they know what to do.
1 bus or lots of buses?
No, lots, like 10.
10 buses?
Yes.
Do they get full? I mean, you can have one night, you have 10 of these incredibly noisy,
going around the city.
Drunken parties going around the city. So at the very end of the evening, what do? They jump you all on the side of the
By 1 o'clock, you start having fun.
What's the time?
It's 10.
10? 3 hours,
3 hours to
before
go.
I start to have fun, right. I'll just stay rather quiet. Anyone got a book to read?
9 weeks and a day since setting foot on Cape Horn, we've reached the other end of South America. The last lap of my journey is in sight. That is, provided I survive tonight.